Hey guys, Natalie Cutler-Welsh here from nataliecutlerwelsh.com. I just got off a call with a client. I've got 2 clients going on TV this week, and I just went through the whole spiel with them, and I thought I'd just jump on and do a video and share some of that goodness, because if you get the opportunity, if you want the opportunity, some people would hate it, to go on TV and to share some of your gold on live TV. There's live TV and obviously there's pre-recorded. Here's some tips that you might want to think about. So the first one is going on the cafe. And so that one is a pre-recorded show. They actually, I think, film a couple shows in one hit. So it's pre-recorded, but they generally don't stop the camera, so that she needs to be prepared. So I said to her, listen, are you sitting up at the table or are you on the couch? And this is something that I also ask speakers as well. When they're going to speak, I'm like, are you on a panel? How high is the stool? How short is your skirt? What are you wearing? How high is the stage? Is it a headset, etc.? So when you're on some of these shows, you need to think about, there's so many pieces of the puzzle to get right. And not that we want to be perfect, but we want to come across in a way where we can give value and we can remain credible, because obviously this is part of your visibility. This is part of the impact that you're wanting to have. It's not just a marketing tool as such. It's an opportunity, right, to share their gold. So she's going on the cafe. We don't know if she's at the table or the couch at this point, but I said, listen, if you're sitting up at the table, you want to think about, the seating. And definitely on the cafe, from what I can see, there's not really a lot of space to have your notes available. Whereas if you go on the AM show, which I'll talk about in a secchi, there is definitely some space for your notes. So I basically said to her, listen, whatever they ask you, regardless of what they ask, you want to have 2 or 3, depending on the time you've got available, key points that you definitely want to get across, regardless of what they ask you. And I said, and for sure, we don't want to be too salesy, you don't want to be plugging your stuff, but if they say to her, hey, before we wrap up, what is some advice that you might have for someone that wants to be an athlete? So I said to her, what is your key message? Her key message is there's an athlete in everybody. Everybody's an athlete. Great. So she wants to get that in. That's one of her points. And she also wanted to mention her upcoming program. This is Allison King, my client. So I said, okay, well, you don't want to be like, hey, join my program. But if she says, what is some final words, or what's one tip that you might have for someone who wants to bring out their inner athlete, then I said, you want to answer the question, you want to give tips, but you might do a little preamble first. You might say, well, in my program, I dive into about 25 different tips, but one tip that I certainly would suggest is blah, blah, blah. So she still answers the question, she still gives the tips, but what she's done is she's dropped what I call it a little breadcrumb. She's dropped a breadcrumb, and now people go, oh, okay, she's got a challenge, or she's got a program coming up, something like that. The other thing I want to really highlight to you guys is the what to wear piece. Okay, so like if I was going on TV, I probably wouldn't wear this because it's a bit of a shawl thing and it flaps around. But you want to think about what to wear, and I always advise them to take 2 outfits. So to have the outfit that they want to wear, but be ready to change the outfit for 2 reasons. And usually when it's a live TV show, you can actually turn the TV show on in the morning. You can check to see what the hosts are wearing. That's a bonus, but I would still take 2 outfits, because if you spill coffee or something like that. For the one that's going to the pre-recorded, again, you want to take 2 outfits because you don't want to be too matchy-matchy or too clashy with the host or the person that you're sitting beside. Now, she's also on a panel, the one on the cafe, so you want to be wary also of what other people are wearing. Okay. So the second one is going on the AM show. So for this is live TV, and it's a lot shorter. We're talking 4 minutes. So I walked her through, like going into the studio, signing in, all that stuff, arriving camera ready with your makeup, even though they do top up your makeup. And again, with the 3 tips, I said, have your 3 key tips in mind. And some of the shows, they want you to send them in ahead of time. But definitely be flexible. This is live TV. You don't know where it's going to go. So you want to be prepared with your topic and your tips, but you want to be adaptable, because sometimes the conversation can be fluid and all of a sudden someone else said one of your tips. Well, you want to have a 4th tip ready, even though you might not get it in. So you guys, there it is. I hope that's helpful for you. Tons of things to think about when going on TV. Not just obviously getting the opportunity, but when you do get it, you want to do a great job. You want to come across well, and you want to be helpful as well. So hopefully those are some tips to give you guys a little window into what it's like. And by the way, if you are in Auckland or Wellington, I've got 2 workshops coming up. They're called Amplify Your Impact. And we are going to cover a little bit of this info plus more about speaking, getting your message out there, and really amplifying your impact on stage, screen, and media. So check it out. See you.